These puff adders are super impressive, but they will be even more impressive in a couple years because this snake can actually achieve 5 to 6 feet long. It's not alive, you don't need to act like this. Oh my God, did you see that? What the heck? What the heck? They are so athletic, it's insane. Do you want the rest? How crazy was that? To add some enrichment to her diet, I have a frozen thawed Burmese python right here that I'm gonna feed to her. Because out in the wild, these guys are actually known to go up to wild cobras, grab them, shake them until their vertebrae is broken, and then swallow them whole. And what's interesting is since cobras have such short fixed fangs, they're not able to get through the armor of a black-throated monitor. There you go, it's like spaghetti. Look at this. Talk about enrichment and variety of diet. What is going on, beautiful people? Welcome back to my wildlife. Today is going to be a very fun day because we're feeding all the pit vipers and some elapids. And hey, close the doors. That's why we have double doors for. Come on, man, close the doors. You can be upset as much as you want. If you're not going to give me a quote on insurance, then you're not welcome here. Let's go feed some snakes. Ooh, all right, beautiful people. This is the enclosure for my flat-nosed pit vipers from Java in Indonesia. So we've got 3 snakes in this enclosure. We have a small male right in that corner. He's darker coloration. We have a larger female in the right corner. She's the biggest of the 3. She's real bright yellow. And then we have another male that's actually right here inside this log. Check that out. Chilling right there is a male flat-nosed pit viper, Trimenocerus puniceus, and they're a really interesting species that comes from Java. Not a lot is known about their venom. All we know is that you need to take green tree pit viper anti-venom if you get bit, because they're both in Trimenocerus, the same group of snakes. Look at that, hanging out with his back coils right here. I'm gonna put his cork bark away gently. We don't want to disturb him too much because we're gonna have him eat. There we go, right back to his little spot. Perfect. We're gonna offer this little mouse fuzzy to the male that we were just looking at. Want some food? He's really crazy when he comes out for food. Bam, look at that. Such a beast. Look at all the intestines coming out just from that one fang. Oh, look at that fang. It's hitting the rubber of the tongs right now. Let me twist so I can gently get out of this situation and not harm the fangs. Just a little twist like this. And a pull from the side. Oh, bottom jaw still locked on that rubber. There we go. Come on, let that fang out. A little twist, and there we go. We do not want to damage the fangs, and it's really important that I use these rubber tip tongs so the fangs aren't destroyed when they hit direct metal. He's probably about 2 to 3 years old right now, and these snakes can live around 10 to 15 years old. Probably in captivity a little bit longer than that. And so far that I've had them, they've been doing great. I've had them for, I don't know, like 2 or 3 months now. They eat like crazy, they're enjoying their bioactive setup, and they're shedding like crazy. So I'm super excited to have these snakes, and hopefully in the future, they'll start pairing up with each other and producing some beautiful, beautiful young flat-nosed pit vipers. All right, while he's got his mouth full, I'm gonna grab another mouse, and we're gonna offer it to the young male that's in the corner over on this far side. Oh, there we go, perfect. No problem eating. He was the most reluctant to eat when I first got these snakes, but now all 3 of them feed with no issues, and they're pretty happy if you ask me. And now we have to see if we can get this female to come out for some food. I'm thinking about cutting the plants back a little bit because as you can see, it's overgrown like crazy since I started this setup, but I love it. Makes the snakes feel at home, makes them feel comfortable because they have so much to hide under. So there's the female right there. Looks like she's in a sleeping state. She's got her head downwards. I'm gonna grab her a good sized prey item and see if she'll come out for it. You want some? Come on, she's interested, look at her. She's a beast. She looks like a giant eyelash viper. She's insane. Come on. Ooh, she missed it, she hit the tongs. Come on, you got it. Oh, did she grab it? She let go. I hope it wasn't too defensive and she actually wants to eat it. Come on, you want it? There we go. Took a couple seconds, but there she goes. She's eating it, no problem. She's got it right by the head. She is such a beast of a snake. Look how beautiful she is, sticking right out of the plants like a little Tyrannosaurus Rex. Such a good looking snake. And then if you look up here, the male is just about dumped his food. You can see he's just slurping down the tail and the feet of that rat. Nice easy meal. And he'll be good for another week. And we'll offer some more food. All right, guys, we're gonna leave the flat-nosed pit vipers alone, let them have their privacy to finish their meals. I'm gonna close this up because we have lots more to feed. There we go. It's always exciting feeding an enclosure full of snakes when there's more than one individual, just because you gotta have your eyes on every single individual, making sure that yourself and your camera operator doesn't get nibbled on, because you would not want to get bit by a flat-nosed pit viper. Although their venom is not extremely toxic, it's still enough to eat away your fingers. So if you got bit on an appendage, you could possibly lose that appendage from all the rotting, the necrosis to your finger. You wouldn't want that. So right here is a snake that you guys love, and you know that I love with all of my heart. This is the Venezuelan rattlesnake, also known mainly as the European rattlesnake. The reason I say Venezuelan rattlesnake, because out of the rattlesnakes that they have there, this is the one that is endemic to Venezuela, found nowhere else on the planet. The European rattlesnake, a beautiful rattlesnake with the coloration of cookies and cream. And if you're not lucky, they are quite mean. Oh, he's ready to go. He's hungry. He just shed not too long ago, so he's growing like a beast, ready for more food. Come on. Come on. Bam. Now remember, this is a rattlesnake, so most of the time when they strike, they don't hold on like a gaboon viper or a rhinoceros viper. They are not like those snakes. Rattlesnakes, they strike out, envenomate, they let go, let the prey at them die, then they track them down with their forked tongue, find them, and they eat them whole. So to avoid damage to the body, they envenomate, let go, wait for them to die. Whereas other species like to hold on to pump that venom into the chest cavity, because they live in areas that if they lose their food, they will never see it again. So depending on what species it is, what environment it is, and depending on what kind of venom you're using to kill your prey, how fast it acts, everything applies. All right, guys, we've got the mulga right here, the pygmy mulga, also known as a dwarf king brown. Super, super fast snake. So you've got to be really careful when handling them, let alone feeding them, because when they're on feed mode, they are a completely different animal. Watch how fast this guy comes out for food. Oh! Didn't even give me a chance. Did you guys even see that? Like, he's right there. He's gonna make a quick meal of that. All right, well, it looks like Mr. Brown is gonna want his privacy. We're gonna leave him be, and we'll move on to the next animal. Don't worry, we have other Aussies that are ready to eat, like Meatball. Let's see where Meatball's at. He's definitely gonna want some food, and he goes crazy for his meals. Oh, look who came over to investigate. He let go of the rat and then came over to see what was going on. We'll let him have his privacy because I know he's a little bit of mischief. He likes to eat alone, you know? He's a little secretive. So let's get this big bowl, put it over here on the can, and feed Meatball. Look, he's basking right now. He's absorbing all that heat, getting his energy up. Old Australian elapids are on fire when it comes to feeding. They shoot out like crazy. You gotta be super careful. Even if your snake is somewhat docile, like Meatball, he becomes a different animal when he picks up the scent of food. Look how fast his tongue is flicking right now. That's how you know he's already picking up that scent. Watch this. See how far he comes out. Come on. He's going a little slow at first, but he's gonna dart. Come on, come on. No, come on, whoa. Come on. Come on. Ooh, don't bite that. Come on. You can have it. Come on. Come on. Bam! Look at that. Right on the head, no problem. Look at that. He is so gorgeous. And he's going to swallow this up so fast. I'm going to let go. We'll see how quick he takes it down, because that's a nice, easy meal, not too big. While he's doing that, let me get off some of that mulch. There we go. Very nasty. So he doesn't swallow that up. Avoid as much as possible. No problem working down that food. He is such a beast of a snake. Meatball, the Colette snake. Sudecus colidae. He's a little badass. All right, well, it looks like Meatball made quick work of that food. We're gonna close up his enclosure because that's a nice little meal. There we go. Easy peasy. All right, so now we've got the big rack full of all my lovely hidden secrets, like these Egyptian cobras that are super on fire, very cantankerous snakes, very defensive. They are not the snake you want to get bit by just because they possess not just neurotoxins and toxins that cause necrosis, but they do have cardiotoxins which attack the heart, making it much, much more dangerous than any Asiatic cobra species. Want some food? Oh! That's how fast they are. And just like any other elapids species, they are super quick to eat, real fast, as if they've never had food in their lives, swallowing it down like it's nothing. But he's looking at me, he's like, I don't know. I'm gonna keep my eye on you. There you go, he's going head first. He's gonna start swallowing down that food. All right, guys, next on the list is somebody you know and you love. I just don't know if she's still in shed. So let's see, because if she's still shedding, we're not gonna feed her. Yeah, she's deep in shed. This is Big Bertha, my monocled cobra, Nyakuthia. Nyakuthia. And as you can see, the eyes are milky as can be. There's a layer of liquid in between the old skin and the new skin. Therefore, she is temporarily blind, making feeding her a little bit of a pain in the butt. So when she's done with her shed, she'll be ready to go and ready to eat. So we'll feed her then. And here we have another Egyptian cobra. So let's see what this snake's up to. This is the larger individual, and this one loves to shoot out, strike, and poop on you at the same time. This one's actually going through shed as well. Look at that. Super opaque in the eyes. The coloration's very bland right now, but you're still beautiful, honey. You're still beautiful. We love ya. And then in here, we've got the Rhino viper, Bitis nasicornis. Let me see, I got like a little rat pup right here. Good little meal for the Bitis. You want some food? Little Rhino? Bam. No problem at all. Beast of a little snake. Eating like crazy and growing. The more and more this snake grows and sheds and gets older, the colorations are starting to become more and more vibrant, and it's becoming almost a different animal when it comes to coloration. Because now it's got beautiful yellows and blues that are coming through that this animal really didn't have in the past. All right, guys. It looks like the Rhino viper is done eating. We're gonna close this up. Oh, a little bit hissy we see. Hey, very nice. We're gonna check this out. We've got some South American rattlesnakes down here. What I'm gonna do is get some food for them. Let's feed them some rat pups. What I gotta do first is move this guy to this corner so he stays away. You go over here. There we go. We're gonna give him some rat pups. So let's see. I got a nice rat pup right here. Want some food? Yummy? Come on. Bam! No problems. Let's see. Got another rat pup somewhere in here. There we go. Want some food? Come on. Bam! No problems at all. I'll leave that right there for you. So this is Crotalus dorissus. My two South American rattlesnakes came from Carthy's Wildlife Sanctuary. They have a bunch of South American rattlesnakes over there, let alone a huge rattlesnake collection, probably the biggest one in South Florida. And I love their snakes, and they're kind enough to give me babies. So they gave me these guys a couple months back, or probably like 6 months back, and they've been doing well. They're growing like crazy, they shed like crazy, and they're looking more and more beautiful every time. All right, little buzz butts. It looks like they want their privacy, so I'm gonna close this up. There we go, and that's gonna be it for the rack. All right, guys, we've got the puff adders right here. Oh, you're so excited to eat. That is why we have to separate them. Got a little rat crawler. Nice little meal. Want some food? Bam. No problems at all. And then on this side, we've got the other one. See if we can get it to him without causing a little bit of disturbance to the one that's eating. Want some food? Oh yeah, he's looking right at it. Bam! They have no problem targeting their food and getting it spot on. They never miss. These puff adders are super impressive, but they will be even more impressive in a couple years because this snake can actually achieve 5 to 6 feet long. They're real fat-bodied snakes from the Bitis family, home to the gaboons, home to the Nasicornis, which is the rhino vipers. So all the short, fat-bodied snakes from Africa that possess a gnarly cardiotoxins, neurotoxins, toxins that eat away your flesh, all the nasty stuff you wouldn't want flowing through your bloodstream. There was a guy who was actually tagged by a puff adder, handling one in his backyard that he thought he could pin behind the head, and he actually has it on camera where he got bit, and later on in the hospital you see his arm is just rotting away. So it's nasty stuff. You do not want to get bitten by a puff adder. These snakes are no joke. The good thing is, they let you know when they don't want to be messed with by huffing and puffing, hence the name puff adder. So if you ever come across a puff adder in the wild, even if you don't see it, the puff adder is going to let you know that he's there so you can avoid a conflict with you. Because at the end of the day, these snakes do not want to waste their venom on you. You are not a food source, you are a potential threat. They need to save that venom for their food because venom is hard to make and it takes a lot of energy to make that venom for their food. These guys are so impressive. I love feeding them, I love hanging out with them, and I love seeing the different localities because, for example, Mark McCarthy, a good friend of mine that I was just talking about earlier, he has a puff adder that is neon yellow with candy reds going down it. So depending on what part of Africa you find them in, you would have such awesome colorations. These guys, I believe, are from Tanzania. So they're gorgeous little pinkies, right? You guys are beautiful little pink face. It looks like they're blushing all the time. They're gorgeous. I love my puff adders, but we've got to move on because I've got plenty to feed today. So we'll talk about these guys more another day. Let them relax and enjoy their food. All right, let's go feed some lace monitors. All right, guys, so we've got some pinkies for the lace monitors. As you can see, I kind of changed things up a bit. I put a big water tote in here so they can actually swim through the water and get their whole body soaked. I was spraying them a little bit, but I wanted to make sure that they could actually swim as well. So if they need assistance with their shed coming off, which as you know, they're growing like crazy every week. So now they have this water in here. You can see they've been going in and out of it. It's dirty right now, but that's okay. They can dirty it up more after they digest this and poop it into the water. Ready to eat? You're crazy, dude. Relax. It's not alive. You don't need to act like this. Oh my God, did you see that? What the heck? What the heck? They are so athletic, it's insane. Do you want the rest? How crazy was that? I love you, you're so crazy. So as you can see, lace monitors are super athletic. No problem grabbing food mid-air off the side of a tree. This animal's insane. When I get him into an outdoor enclosure, I'm really curious to see how his demeanor changes over time. Is he gonna relax as he gets older? If he's outside in open air and has that fresh air in nature, is he gonna be crazier? Hopefully, he gets nice and habituated like his sibling, because Lacey, the normal lace monitor that's in that log right now, he's a sweetheart, and I can hang out with him. We can chill, talk stories about Australia. This one, it's like he's on cocaine. All right, we're gonna see if Lacey wants to come get this food. Come on, Lacey. Come on. You need to come out and say hello. Come on. You gonna stop acting crazy? You gonna relax? Here, I got some more food for you. He's really well behaved compared to the Bell's face. What are you doing? Look, I got more food. Look, I'm yummy. He's such a beast. Lace monitors are so active, they're fun to watch. They're almost like ferrets in a way, where they're super active, they're athletic. There's a lot going on inside that brain. They're very intelligent animals. Monitor lizards are the most intelligent lizards of all the lizard families on our big, beautiful planet. I think I'm just gonna leave it at that for a snack because these guys eat a lot of food and we don't need them getting pot bellies, but they are growing boys and girls. All right, beautiful people, we're here with Jade, my beautiful black-throated monitor lizard. She's a sweetheart. We got some rats for her. You want some food? Go slow. Oh. You didn't have to get the juices in my mouth. I don't want juices in my mouth, sweetie. Here, let me get some more food. So this is Jade. She's my black-throated monitor, if you guys haven't seen her before. From Tanzania, and she's a sweetheart. She loves to eat her rodents. Out in the wild, they'd be eating rodents, reptiles, ground bird eggs, land snails. Land snails is a big part of their diet. They have such big, bulky heads and muscles around those heads to allow them to crush down on large African land snails. So if you ever see pictures of ones in the wild, they just have big, crazy, big, fat toad heads used to crush down those snails. But she's a small, petite female, so she's got a little head on her. Right? You want some more? You're still working down the other rat. You want it? Come on. Come on. Come on. You don't have to get the juices in my face. Don't put the rat tail in my mouth. That's nasty. Now, like I said, they also eat reptiles out in the wild. So to add some enrichment to her diet, I have a frozen thawed Burmese python right here that I'm gonna feed to her. Because out in the wild, these guys are actually known to go up to wild cobras, grab them, shake them until their vertebrae is broken, and then swallow them whole. And what's interesting is since cobras have such short fixed fangs, they're not able to get through the armor of a black-throated monitor because it's like hard beads, like Komodo dragon skin. So they're not able to envenomate, allowing the black-throat monitor to basically eviscerate the snake and destroy it like he's doing right now, or she's doing right now. She's just double checking to make sure it's dead. You enjoying that? Just double checking to make sure it's dead? Its head's barely even attached. I think you're good. Now, if that snake was alive, these thrashing movements wouldn't be so slow and methodical. It would be really violent and fast because they're trying to break ribs, break spine, separate spine, incapacitate the animal so they can swallow it just like this with no issues. There you go. You got it. She's gonna get tail first. Do you need some help? There you go. It's like spaghetti. Look at this. Talk about enrichment and variety of diet. Swallow more. There you go. And just a little bit of spaghetti left. That was good, right? Nice little crunch for the head. Good girl. She's a sweetheart. Isn't she delightful? So, for anybody out there not familiar with the Burmese python situation, Burmese pythons are not native to Florida. Lots of python hunters go out there, capture them, put them down, and then bring them into water management and fish and game where they take numbers down. After that, they can use the skins to sell. They can eat the meat if they wanted to, but usually they just dispose of the carcasses. Nothing's done with them. So I get a bunch of pythons donated to me. I feed them off to my king cobras or any other reptiles that want to eat python. And then the pythons themselves are actually frozen for a month to 2 months to kill off any parasites. So nice and clean for her, and she gets a little bit of a different meat to enjoy, some snake meat. She'll get snail, she'll get shrimp, fish, but mainly she eats rats, right? Oh, again with the water. All right, I think we're gonna end it here. I will see you guys on the next one. Stay beautiful, stay safe, and love your reptiles. I'll see you on the next one. All right, guys, a little bonus clip. We've got Trigger, the smooth front caiman right here. Come on, come on, come on. Let's see if he'll come up for food. Real slow, like we don't want him to be too crazy. Slow, slow. Ready? Oh, you missed it. Come on, come on. Good boy. He's a beast of a caiman, smooth front caiman, Paleosuchus trigonatus. Look how badass his osteoderms are, riding all the way down his neck, going down the sides of his belly, his scoots on his tail. Prehistoric looking caiman, one of my favorite species. Let me see if he'll take another piece. Come on. Oh, a little launch. Come on. Good boy. Such a beast. All right, little bonus clip. Hope you enjoyed. If you like crocodilians, give us a like. Share us on your granny's Facebook. Good times, right, little guy? All right, see you on the next one. Oh, you got something to say? You got something to say? What? 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 You're not going out there. You're not going to go? Get you in a headlock, mate. What are you going to do now? They didn't teach you that in goat jiu-jitsu, did you? Did you?